Do you feel social responsibility is important and like to cook or enjoy a good meal? Those things might not sound like they go together, so stick around if you want to learn more.
Hi everyone, and welcome to episode 44 of Two Kid Reviews. I'm Abigail, this is James, and once again, we are in my kitchen.
Today we are going to be reviewing the upcoming middle grade nonfiction book, The Antiracist Kitchen.
This book hits shelves on September 12th. Can we talk a little bit about our backgrounds?
Sure. My mom was born in the Philippines, and she moved here when she was 8 years old.
It was my great-grandparents, who I never met, who came to the United States, and my family is Jewish.
If I'm correct, together we are going to cook a recipe from each of our cultures?
Correct. And then we will also cook a recipe from the book, The Antiracist Kitchen. Let's start by talking about the book.
The book has 21 different authors. Each author tells a personal story and then a recipe that goes along with the story.
These stories involve racism that each author faced and often how it impacted them and how they dealt with it.
The book also has a glossary of terms that are important to know to be able to have conversations about racism.
A racism glossary. I think that's one of the most important parts of the book.
And there was one word in the glossary that stuck out for both of us.
It was actually the first word, allyship.
We've both been pretty lucky that in our lives I haven't felt racism directed towards me.
And I haven't felt anti-Semitism directed towards me. But with allyship, I know that you'll have my back, and you know that I'll have yours if it ever does happen.
Right, and we both have other people's back if it ever happens to them.
Absolutely. Let's tell everyone about the 3 recipes we decided on.
I decided on chicken adobo for our Filipino dish.
I thought we could make some matzo balls for our Jewish dish.
And then we chose a cake for our 3rd recipe.
This recipe is from author Natasha Dean, whose mom baked this cake for her childhood bully.
We chose this one for a few reasons.
1, it's easy enough for us to make.
Since we are already doing a soup and an entree, a dessert seemed best.
Finally, it reminded us both of a book we liked and read it together in class, Enemy Pie.
It's a similar story, but the one in class, the conflict was not because of racism, like it is in this book. Should we get started?
Let's go! Let's start on the matzo balls.
Do you eat matzo ball soup all year round?
Yes and no. It's traditionally eaten at Passover. However, it's so good that my family eats it at most Jewish holidays.
So do you only eat it at holidays then?
In places like New York and New Jersey, a lot of diners have it all year round. And I have it at holidays. And then my dad will make it for me if I have a cold, as it helps me feel better. Now we are going to let this sit in the fridge for 15 minutes, and in the meantime, we'll start the cake.
Computer, set timer for 15 minutes.
15 minutes, starting now.
James, you're going to make chicken adobo.
Yes, chicken adobo is a staple Filipino dish.
Do you eat this dish during special occasions?
Actually, chicken adobo is made frequently in most Filipino households, sometimes weekly. It's a favorite for my Ilo, Grandpa.
What is a unique thing about this dish that makes it a staple?
You can make this with different proteins like beef, pork, or even some seafoods like squid. Chicken adobo is popular with my family during big gatherings because my family and I can eat our favorite pieces of chicken.
I'm glad you didn't choose pork or squid.
I know not to do that when I'm around you.
James, your weapon, sir. Now let's dig in. How do you think it is?
Great.
Now let's try the chicken adobo.
So what do you think of it?
You know, I'm a picky eater, so this is good. This is really good. Kick, 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 kick. Oh, kick, 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 kick.
I think we can both agree this is very good.
James, what did you think about the book?
I think it is important. I think one of the points of the book is so you can deal with racism better if you talk about it.
And that's what we're doing.
So it's working. What did you think?
As you said, it's important, but it also made me sad reading the stories of racism. I don't get it.
Right. Did it all make you sad?
I just spent the day cooking with you, trying awesome food. This book is a win.
I'm really glad we did this, and especially to know that we have an allyship
with each other and everybody else.
Thank you for watching this episode of Two Kid Reviews. I'm James, this is Abigail, and see you next time!